In 3, 2, 1, we're live.
Hey,
on
how's it
YouTube.
going?
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
How's it going?
How's it going?
We're here on a Saturday night again. Colin's back this week.
Yep.
He was almost dead last week.
Yep.
He's
He
survived.
messaged me like 30 minutes before I was in the drive here
I can't
downtown
make
to
it.
the Samy Guru office and meet Tori. He's like, I think I might be dead. I can't make it tonight. And I was like, it's okay.
On his first
I was
day.
like, Tori, it's your first, Colin, it's your first week as an official third member of the podcast. And the guy
Okay.
calls off sick on his first week
and
doing this with us.
you can't be having that.
I was like, I told this guy, like, he could be a part of the team. And he's like, I can't make it the first week.
I know.
I'm like, it's okay. We'll have him back for a second week.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? Larry's here.
Hey,
Cough, cough.
what's
Larry's
up,
in the
Larry?
house. What's up, Larry? Oh, it's got like a different when it highlights
got
the
different,
comments.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
different like look because it's a different theme, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
Laverne's in
change
the
that.
house.
It's just
Hey, what's up, Laverne?
What's up, Laverne? How are you?
Yep.
I think what we're going to do this week, because you were asking me earlier, Colin, what I wanted to do. I think this week what we will do is we'll try to discuss some of the topics throughout the night. And then I think we'll do this. If people have like comments that are related to the current topic or super chats, we will like address them as we go.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's not related to the topic or a super chat, we'll push it to the end.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying you have to pay to get us to answer your comment. I'm just saying to keep us on track. If your question is not about the current topic, we'll answer it at the very end of the podcast. And tonight, because I want to make it fun, and I totally stole this from the guys at Droid Life, by the way. I'm always honest. When I steal something from someone else on the internet, I tell you I stole it. They used to do in the Droid Life podcast trivia at the end of the show and to get prizes. So at the end of the show, we're going to do some trivia. We're going to do like 5 trivia questions, and those people will win a random prize. I don't even know what they'll be yet. They could be a case. They could be another accessory. I've got a bunch of different accessories like in the closet from this mystery box launch, past launches,
Yep.
stuff that brands have sent me. I got like hundreds of things. And so, yeah, we'll do some trivia at the end. And I don't even know what the trivia will be on. It'll be Samsung trivia. We'll find some questions. Anything we talked about throughout the show, we'll just pick something from the show and do some trivia. So that'll be at the end. Yeah. So let's jump into it. I mean, we might as well not sugarcoat it to start the show.
I already see it
So
in the chat.
There's a lot of bad news. There's a lot of bad news going on right now in the Samsung world. And even though obviously we're a Samsung fan site, I'm still not going to tell you that you should be happy with Samsung in the moment.
Right.
Samsung has made a lot of people angry. They announced this week, and a bunch of leakers have posted that there are going to be not 1, not 2, but 3 more One UI 7 betas for the S24 series before we get stable. And people are not super happy about that. So I thought we'd talk about this and talk about some of the reasons that they gave for this. First of all, Sally, who's the head of the One UI development team, she did an interview, and we posted an article about this. Let me actually pull up my usual like window so I can highlight some stories over here in a second.
Damn it,
But
Sally.
we did a kind of article just discussing why she's saying that it was delayed. And basically she said that they want to make it the best that it could be, and also that they have some challenges with incorporating some of the features that are in One UI 7 for the S25 series into some of the older phones. And one of the features she cited was the Now Brief. She said basically the Now Brief requires very powerful NPUs, neural processing units, which are in the Snapdragon 8 Elite, that is not necessarily in the past S series and other phones that will get One UI 7. And so just to unpack some of this, I don't believe at all that that the S24 Ultra can't run the Now Brief because, for one thing, every time I open the Now Brief, it never is making it's not making any complex connections.
Yeah,
It's
like
like-
that's
It's like, here, would you like to read some news?
Yeah.
And it's not
the
even-
weather.
Yeah, it's not even news that's tailored to me. It shows me the weather forecast.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want to open some YouTube shorts? it's not even YouTube Shorts like tailored to me. It's just like
it's
the
just
random
general.
YouTube Shorts page.
Yep.
It's just the watch page. So I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't
look,
even
that's
show anything
exactly
down
what
there.
it
It's
is.
just
For everyone. It just says go to the YouTube Shorts watch page.
Yep.
What the hell is that? Why does that
And then-
require a really advanced NPU? I'm
It
sorry, I
literally-
like Sally. I like Sally, but that's a bunch of BS. I have to agree. Like,
it literally
You
just
don't
pulls up the
need an
weather
NPU,
widget too. It's
do
not
you?
even like
It always
detailed,
gives you the weather.
The
which
only
is like
thing
this.
so far, the only thing it told me that was insight into my usage, which was kind of offensive to me, was that it told me that I could make a routine every morning when I wake up that would open X and YouTube Studio, because I guess I check those every day when I wake up. And I was like, that's not very nice. That's not all I do. Are you saying all I do is open YouTube Studio and X and I don't do any real work? It's like I have other jobs. I do real work around here. So, but I mean, that's the only complex connection it even made. So I don't really know. But here's the article. Let me actually show it to you guys so you can see it. This is the article about let me share my screen. I always forget to do this properly. Share screen, window, this window, share. Here we go. So here's the article. Samsung explains the long delays between the One UI 7 launch. For One UI 7, we take a slightly different approach than usual. Usually UI updates are made every year. However, for this version, we want to make a big breakthrough, which requires careful planning from 2 to 3 years before the project starts. Sally explained, we wanted to create something more impactful, and this longer preparation time allowed us to make significant improvements. The Samsung executive added the comprehensive process was to ensure every feature is tailored to users' needs. They want to deliver an optimal experience on the smallest features. So I mean, this is all just a bunch of like executive speak. I like Sally, but there's no technical reason given here other than we started too late. The project was too big and we didn't plan very well.
Yeah.
That's basically the explanation.
That's what
Like,
it sounds like.
we started too late and we wanted to make it really good. Hey, there's my mother.
Hey.
What's up? What's up, Mom? My mom's in the house. Good to see you. Luckily, my mom has an S25 Ultra. I got her, so she doesn't have to worry about the delay too much. But we'll talk about One UI 7 on the S25 too, because there's a lot of people who keep having this conspiracy theory that One UI 7 on the S25 is still a beta, and we can talk about that a little bit too. But a lot of people seem to think that. What's up, Werewolf? How are you? How's it going?
So,
So anyway, I don't buy a lot of this stuff that Sally said. I think this is all kind of a bunch of just executive speak. Obviously, she has to say nice things about Samsung, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, there's really no good reason if they had went the route of planning this properly that it should have been delayed this long. Because, okay, she says right here, right? It required careful planning 2 to 3 years ahead of time. Well, then where was the careful planning? It doesn't seem like it was carefully planned.
no.
Because it was carefully planned, you would have had it release on time, right? It's just kind of crazy. Now, I don't know about this. So SETI Fox says that this was done to push the S25. I've heard this conspiracy theory a lot as well. I don't know if I believe that particular conspiracy theory, though, because by all accounts, the S25 pre-orders were already up from last year. I don't think they had to do it. I think they just didn't plan very well. And now they're having to look really stupid because they didn't plan well enough to get this out to the older phones. Does it help? Maybe some people consider the S25. I don't even think it does. Like, if you were considering the S25, you would be considering it anyway. But if you weren't, are you really going to buy it to get One UI 7 2 months early? Probably not, right? Like, I don't think so. It might actually do the opposite, and it might piss people off and they never buy a Samsung phone again. What do you think, Colin? I'm curious to hear what you think.
I mean, I think definitely the amount of people that would do that just to get it early is extremely limited and not
very small,
not
right?
worth it. Yeah.
Only the enthusiasts, right? Because who else cares enough to buy it 2 months early for software?
And
I mean, let's be
anybody that's won that bet's probably running the beta anyway, so they've already got.
Exactly. And I totally get that people are upset and they're justified to be upset. But also, I will say this. Those people who are complaining, a lot of them already have the beta. If they don't have the beta, it's because they either didn't get in the beta on time or they're in a region where the beta isn't offered. In that case, I understand that you're very upset. If you're an enthusiast and you don't live in one of the regions where the beta is offered, then you have a reason to do that for sure. I mean, that's true to an extent, Reigning Freedom. There are some things that the S25 processor is better suited to do, like the AI co-processing task. But I totally don't believe that the now brief is one of those things that it requires to do the, you don't need the Snapdragon 8 Elite to do that. I mean, people have it. I mean, the beta does work well. I don't know why. If I was Samsung, I mean, I don't want to be like starting more conspiracy theories if they end up doing this, but I would just push out the 5th beta as the stable. I'd be like, look, everyone's pissed. Everyone's pissed, but the beta is really smooth. Let's change our plans. Stable release is on March 1st. The 5th beta is now the stable release. And then that's it. And then people will not be as upset. Because the 3rd beta is fine, right? I ran it on my S24 Ultra for a whole month before I got the S25.
Even the first one was pretty decent.
Yeah, they're all good. And that's actually why I think it's funny people are saying the S25 software is still One UI 7 beta, because the beta is good. So if that was the case, I don't even think people care, right? Because there's nothing wrong with the beta on the S24. The 3rd one is good. In fact, the only thing that isn't good is the battery icon. It's awful still. The battery icon is just abysmal. We got to fix that. But I would think that the battery icon can't be that hard to update very quickly. Just fix that and push out the next one as the stable update. Look, we fixed the battery icon. That's what everybody was talking about. And now you are complaining about not getting stable, and now you have it. So there you go. You won't ever use what? Now brief? Well, I mean, that's fine, but they're not going to ship. They're not going to ship something incomplete if they can give those features to people, because some people do want them. You don't want them, but if they take away the now brief from somebody else, they'll go on X and Reddit and complain about that. Samsung is garbage because they didn't give me the now brief, even though it just tells me the weather and a link to the YouTube Shorts watch page. People will be mad about that. They'll be like, I want my weather. I want to be able to click an extra. I want to be able to click an extra thing to get my weather forecast, which I could just get in a widget.
Yeah, because it already shows you there.
And I want to be able to go to the YouTube Shorts page.
Literally, the actual widget is all it is right there.
Yeah,
the same one that I have on the.
It's the same widget that's on the home screen. You can just add it. So if you want,
I wish it would give you like a detailed AI forecast. What app does that? I think is it this app that does it?
So far, the Now Brief is very disappointing. The Now Bar is not disappointing because I love Google Sports Scores. And I love having the music down there. And I love a lot of the other live activities. I don't really see why Google Maps needs to be on the Now Bar, though, because Google Maps already had that little pop-up. Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know why we need Google Maps on the Now Bar, but whatever, it's fine. I mean, unless you're walking with Google Maps, why do you need it there? I mean, I don't walk with Google Maps that often. I guess in other countries where people don't have a culture that's dominated by cars like we do in the US, it's probably more useful, I guess. Maybe I should understand that, but in the US, it's not that useful.
No.
Skip Android 15 and go to 16. That's never going to happen. I know Android 16 is in beta, but I mean, I have to be honest. I'm criticizing Samsung because they're definitely in the wrong here. But I would rather run One UI 6.1.1 for another 6 months than switch to a Pixel as my main device. I mean, I'm not being rude to Google. It's just I prefer One UI over the Pixel experience that much. I would use One UI 6.1.1 over a Pixel 9 Pro with the Pixel experience and Android 16 on it. I just would. I like the Pixel. It's good for the camera, but I do not like the software a lot. I mean, I still have a phone with One UI 6.1.1 I use every day. The Fold SE is right here. It doesn't have One UI 7, and I can't get One UI 7. So I'm in the same boat as a lot of you guys. I mean, I'm pretty upset that I don't have it on here. I would love it on there because I use that phone every day. And I have to be like, oh, I don't have One UI 7. I have to deal with all this unsightly mess that was One UI 6.1.1. Your volume's not working, Mom. What's wrong with your volume? On your phone already? You already broke your S25 Ultra?
Oh, no.
No. You got to pack it up and
Mama
ship it back.
Springer, no.
She just shipped back her S24 Ultra trade-in today. You already broke it. You broke it. You're not gonna buy what? The S25? I understand that. I understand people saying they're not gonna buy the S25. I don't think you should if you weren't planning to.
Yeah.
Don't buy it if you don't want planning to. Don't buy it because of the software.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I also don't understand people saying, "Oh, I'm so mad at Samsung. I'll never use Samsung again." Because if you like Samsung and you like what Samsung offers on the software side, no one else offers it. So, I mean, yeah you can say, "Okay, I'm going to leave Samsung," but then you're going to give up a lot of stuff that you like about One UI. No one else has the same experience you get from One UI. Multitasking, customization. You can't get that on OnePlus. I've been using the OnePlus 13. I have it right here. I've been using it this week, and it's not anywhere near One UI 7. The OnePlus is not, not the great experience that you like if you like One UI. So, yes, I have a OnePlus 13 right here. I have one. It's okay, but I mean, there's not the same level of customization as One UI. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
Yeah.
Tori, what do you think about these delays? How upset would you be if you didn't have an S25 Ultra, which you do? How upset would you be if you were still on the S22 Ultra and you knew that you may never get One UI 7 because it hasn't come to the S24?
Oh, I at that point, I would just assume that I would just never get it. I do feel bad for those who do have the S24 because, again, like I talked about this before on the show, these phones are investments. And so, if you bought the S24, that was just last year's model. There is no reason to why you should not be able to get the same upgrades that we're getting here on the S25.
Phones are expensive as hell.
Yeah, right. And so, it just doesn't make sense. And so, for them to say that, they didn't take the careful planning and whatnot, I call BS on that. You got to look out for your customers, for the people who are paying a huge amount of money for these phones. And so they really got to get it together, because if not, I mean, yeah, like kind of like what Jeff said, it's not like you're never going to buy from them again, but you really are leaving a sour taste in the
some people might.
mouth.
I'm just saying
some people might.
I'm just saying I wouldn't. Some people might. Some people might go to Apple. Some people might go to Apple. They might go to OnePlus.
Yeah.
But I mean, I wouldn't, because I like the software, and that's what I love about Samsung.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't love One UI and you just want good hardware, there's a lot of good hardware.
Yeah.
The OnePlus has good hardware. The Pixel 9 Pro has good hardware. The iPhone also has great hardware, but the software is so bad that I can't look at the hardware because the software is so terrible.
Yeah.
But the hardware is fine. It's good. But if you don't like One UI, if that's not your favorite thing, you could go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't let an update push me off that.
Yeah.
Oh, Seti Fox says, what about the 7 years update? Well, let's talk about that for a second too, because I do want to address this. I've seen a lot of angry people basically saying, what about 7 years of updates? They're not going to really get 7 years of updates on the S24 now. Well, we don't know that. I'm just playing devil's advocate for Samsung here. They first of all, here's something that people don't understand. If you actually read the 7 years of updates thing, we wrote an article about this at Samy Guru to explain it. They never say that you're going to get every feature for 7 years. And they also don't say that you're going to get 7 years of platform updates. You're going to get 7 years of security updates, right? Which means you might get just the new version of Android with the security fixes. You might not get any of the new features from One UI in year 6 or 7. They never said you're going to get all the features for 7 years. But that's what people expect. The expectation is they're going to get all the features. So people get frustrated when that doesn't happen. But also, we don't even know if they're going to make up for this somehow by giving you an extra year of updates at the end. I actually reached out to Samsung about this. I don't anticipate that they'll respond because this is probably not something they want to respond to. But I sent Samsung PR an email on Thursday evening saying a lot of people are worried they're not going to get 7 years because they basically skipped a year because One UI 7 is almost a whole year behind.
Yeah.
Are you guys going to give them an extra year of updates? So we'll see if they respond. I would assume that's not the kind of question they want to touch, but I don't mind asking the hard questions. You can always ask people questions. It only takes
what they're considering a year though. Like if they're gonna get if it's just gonna be 7 updates and each update is a year. Like if they're just gonna get One UI 7 for a few months and then One UI 8, and that's going to be,
Yeah,
even
that's
though
what
it's
I'm
within
basically
the
asking.
same
Yeah,
year, if
that's what
it's
I'm saying. I'm basically saying, are you going to give them 7 years of platform updates because One UI 7 is a year late? But keep in mind, if you read the fine print, and we do have an article on this at Samy Guru, they never say you're going to get every feature for 7 iterations of One UI. They say you're going to get 7 years of security updates on the Android side. So even though you certainly could be mad about it, Samsung technically never lied to you. I don't want to say that they're in the right because I think it's BS that they phrase it that way and that they get away with it. And we, like I said, we've called them out for this too. I think lots of other people have too, but it is the way it is. I mean, that's the way they phrase it when they write it up. The number of updates they provide.
Yeah.
So, I mean, overall, I still am going to write a few more pieces about this at Samy Guru, but you know, my parting thoughts on the One UI 7 delay is I think it sucks. I think Samsung has to be accountable. I think they should apologize to the people. And I think they should hurry their, crooked letter up and get that out the door soon because it's really making people angry here. And I think that they've got to be accountable and issue some kind of, they have to issue some kind of statement, right, about this because it's going to make people angry. All these conspiracy theories are going to keep being on X and Reddit about, they want to sell S25 devices. They're just making up BS, to sell more S25 devices. I don't think that's true. I think they just didn't plan the update very well. I think
that's what it is.
I think their careful planning wasn't as careful as they say. And they didn't really plan to push this out to all the other devices. They focused too much on the S25 and not so much on the old devices. But the S24 beta runs fine. That's the mystery to me. Like, what is the problem? Why can't they push out stable and just call it stable, even if it's beta 4? I don't know. That's what I would do. And just be like, oh, if there's a mistake, we made a mistake. We're pushing a patch. That's what Apple does. And let me say this too. I don't want a bunch of half-baked features going out the door in the next version because they waited too long for One UI 7. We're supposed to get like notification summaries and stuff in One UI 7.1. The Apple notification summaries are awful. So I really hope they don't roll that out quickly because it will suck. Like, look at this. I have my iPhone right here. Let me read some of these summaries. Where are they? Some of these summaries are abysmal. Oh, it doesn't work on there. I had summaries like telling me all kinds of crazy stuff. Like the time that we were, I told Tori on one of the old podcasts on Halloween, the summaries were telling me the cops were at my door. Yeah. And there were some kids dressed up in like police costumes and military costumes. It said like, police are at your door. Let them in. And I was like, what?
What camera do you have?
What camera do I have where?
For your doorbell.
Oh, the Nest doorbell cam.
Does it give you summaries like who's at your door too, or is
it
that
can? Yeah, if you pay, you have to pay Google for that though.
That's weird.
This was Apple summarizing the Nest
notification image.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
So
I do have a question though.
Yeah.
Like, at what point will Samsung just be like, all right, we'll just push it out, whatever we got, before they begin the One UI 8? How does that normally go?
When will they get One UI 8? I think they're going to try to go back to the same schedule.
Okay.
That's what Sally was saying, is they would try to get One UI 8 back to the same schedule. But then how are they going to get One UI 7.1 out the door in the middle? And what about 7.1.1 for the foldables? Like, at some point, you're going to get way behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And that'd be like my worry, and I feel like other people too as well. And just having the confidence in Samsung again, like whether they're holding on to their S24s or S23s, or whether they're going to go out and buy the S25. Like, you got to be coming out and giving some type of information of like where you're at, because like, again, like these phones are just so expensive. Like people need reassurance that we're going to be able to get these updates for the current phones that they are getting.
Absolutely.
So, I don't know.
John says, yeah, they're going to get updates, but again, they just say you're going to get Android platform security updates. That means they could just upgrade you to Android 17 and just push the security part with none of the new features, it never says you're going to get every feature. That's the thing. It never says that. People always cite the 7 years of update thing. It never says when you're going to get the update, and it never says which features you will get. So it's not a guarantee of like you get everything cool for the next 7 years. That's not true. And in fact, that generally won't happen, right? Because if you have a phone, like if you have the S25 Ultra in 6 years, there's going to be some features on the S30 Ultra that the S25 Ultra just can't run, right? For processor reasons or whatever. So you're not going to get everything, but you're going to get Android platform updates and the security portion of that, but you're not guaranteed every new feature. I mean, I'm just making a point of that. It's not a defense of Samsung. It's just the truth of what they are telling you with the 7 years of updates. Cap said he hopes you're feeling better, Colin. Colin's feeling a little better. He's not dead, at least. Last week he was nearly dead. And so this week he's back. This is his first official week as the third co-host of the Samy Guru podcast. So it's Colin's basically his first podcast here, even though he joined us for some marathons during the launch. So yes, this is what Tori was just saying. They're going to get behind, and then how good are the updates going to be that they got behind on, right? How good will One UI 7.1 be? How good will One UI 8.0 go? How good will those updates be in terms of quality and in terms of polish, in terms of features that we were expecting? I don't know. I have a less confidence in that too. Like I don't want notification summaries if it's like the Apple ones, because they're really bad. If they can't make them better than Apple's, then don't push that, because it's going to piss people off. They're bad. All of Apple's intelligence stuff is pretty bad, honestly. I tried it and compared it to Samsung. We did the one with like the object removal. I did the video on that. Everyone did that, like on the internet. Literally every person who makes content like made that video. And it really is true though. The Apple one is just garbage. So like Apple intelligence is a joke.
I tried Samsung's, and I did the old like the face cover trick, and it took my beard off. It was just like,
oh yeah, it took your beard off. You were trying to remove your beard or what?
No, that's like I did like this.
Oh, okay.
But it didn't know what to put there, so it just like.
Oh, okay. Oh. Well, in that case, you have to do some interpolation. That's a little harder. You're trying to trick it now, Colin. You know what I wanted to see? Did you remember that Google I/O demo like 8 years ago? I was there actually for that one. They showed the thing where the guy took the picture with the fence in the way, and then it removed the fence out of the picture. I want that. Like, it still can't do that. Like, object removal still doesn't work that well. Like, if you take a picture like through a fence, oh, look at that. Look, there you are. Yeah. That looks exactly like you, man. That looks pretty, it's not bad.
Oh, wait. No. What's that?
It just trimmed your beard a little bit.
Yeah.
It just took a little bit off the bottom there. It's like right off the bottom.
You can see like where it kind of tried to put in the neck part right there, but it's still got the sleeve.
Oh, I see. Yeah. But I mean, that's not nearly as egregious as what Apple does.
No, Apple.
I took a picture with a phone in my hand, and it basically looked like my hand had third-degree burns after I tried to remove the phone from my hand. Like, it left like black and brown marks all over my hand. Who uses Bixby still? I use Bixby all the time for on-device tasks. I don't use it for anything else. But I use Bixby for on-device tasks because it does a good job for on-device tasks. Like, if I want to move some files around on my phone, I use Bixby for that because I don't want to copy and paste files manually. Bixby can move files on your phone. Like, you can say, Bixby, copy this file from this folder to this folder. It will do it. It's pretty good at on-device stuff. Bixby's not bad.
Never use Bixby.
Tori said he never uses Bixby.
Never use it. I feel like most like average probably users don't even know.
Bixby, it got a bad rap in the beginning, but it's gotten a lot better for some things. So, I mean, I recommend it for on-device stuff. I use it on my TV too because I have a Samsung QLED in my living room. They just improved Bixby on the TV a lot. But I think it's only coming to the 2025 TVs first. Another example of Samsung trying to make me buy something new. Conspiracy theory, get my pitchforks. Because I have the 2024 TV, the flagship. Where's my Bixby update? What the heck? I have no Bixby update. They're just advertising it on their YouTube channel, and I can't get it because I bought the TV last year. What is going on around here?
What's going on?
I used the Gemini thing to do. I got like an appointment, a text message. So like I had that screen open, and then I told it to add
to your
that.
calendar.
But you have to tell it specifically to look at the screen.
Exactly. That's what makes me angry. I tried to use that the first time, and I was telling it something, and it started doing
wouldn't do
something
it.
completely like off the wall, and I was like, "What the hell? I want you to look at what's on the screen."
Mhm.
And you have to like
But you
tap
can't,
it or
like-
tell it.
And you can't like say it. You actually have to tap like the
Yeah, you have to
thing
tap
on the
the
top
note.
corner to
And why would I need to do that? Like, that's not intuitive. They got to fix that. That's bad. They got to fix that. Yeah, Cap said he has the S90D. Yeah, I have a QLED from last year, the 85-inch, but not the 8K, because I mean, that's just gratuitously stupid. I don't watch anything in 8K. It's the 4K one, but that's still an expensive TV, and I don't have the new Bixby yet. Samsung's just trying to make us buy new stuff. They want me to buy a new TV.
Yeah.
Because the new ones come out next month. They're like, Jeff, you're going to buy it.
Yeah, regardless.
They're like, you better buy it because
Yeah.
otherwise you're not going to have the new software.
Yeah.
You better buy a new TV. And we're not even going to push the new software for your Samsung vacuum either. You better buy a new vacuum.
that sucks.
New vacuum, new TV, everything.
Yeah,
The
everything.
only thing I have gotten the new software on that's old, but it's not old at all, is my Galaxy Book 5 Pro 360. It's only like 4 months old, but it got One UI 7 for the Galaxy Book already. I got that the other day. So it has One UI 7 on the Galaxy Book, but not on the old Galaxy phones. They should release the updates, but also mention the caveat of using on older devices. I agree. I think that's what they should do. I know they don't want to do that, but I think they should release it, at least for the last couple of years of flagships. Even if there's a couple of things that don't particularly work or don't work well, people will be less upset if they did that. That's definitely what I would say is the right way to go about it. Less people will be upset about that.
Yeah,
for sure. Let's switch gears and talk about the first update for the S25 rolling out. There's not a lot to say because I don't have it yet, but let's talk about the S25 getting its first update. Because a lot of people think that the S25 also is running beta software. Samsung says that isn't true, but who the hell really knows? Because it has the December 2024 security patch, right? So I don't really know. It could be true. I mean, what's the difference between a beta and the stable? They just make it up, right? Like I could say, like, if I was Sally, I could be like, oh, this is the stable update, and that could really be beta 3. Who cares, right? I mean,
and you just call the others patches.
I'm Sally, right? I can do whatever I want. So if I want it to be stable, it's stable. Maybe this was the beta internally for the S25, and they pushed it out. They're like, we got to release the phone, so what are you going to do? It's stable now. Anyway, the S25 got its first update, but it's not on the unlock models yet. Let me see if I can find it here. It's right here. It's available here in the US, but not available, and also in Korea. It rolled out first in Korea. This version was AYB3 that rolled out in Korea. And then it also came to the US. Let me find the one in the US here. The one in the US is right here. This one is AYB3 as well. This was on T-Mobile, locked. So it was 615.36 megabytes for the S25. And so this is supposed to get, some camera fixes. There's supposed to be some camera fixes in here. There's supposed to be some fluidity, fixes as well. But, I mean, there's really not a lot of problems. If it doesn't change the battery icon, I don't really care. I mean, that's being a little bit facetious. There's definitely some camera stuff that could be fixed. I definitely think the camera app, the default camera app, could use some processing work for sure. What do you think about that, Colin? Because you weren't here to talk about the camera last week. What do you think about your camera experience so far?
It's been pretty good. I haven't really done
Have you tried Expert Raw yet?
No.
It's
I've really
better.
only played around with the image eraser.
Yeah. Expert Raw
really
is way better than the regular camera app, I think. Tori's going to install it tonight.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah, Tori, go ahead and install Expert Raw, okay? You're going to want to try that. Tori, why are you still using that clear case, too? We got to get you a new case.
Yeah, I know.
I got some cases around here. I'll get you one, okay?
No case.
I have another one of these Crocs cases. I'll hook you up. I I've got one.
Oh yeah.
You know, right here. I've got another one. I'll give you. Oh, you can't see it.
Oh yeah.
Because it's green.
You still have your green screen thing on.
It's not easy being green. You guys can see that right there.
Wait, how do I go expert raw? How do I do that?
Oh, you got to go to the Galaxy Store. If you want expert raw, you got to go to the Galaxy Store.
You can get it from the camera. It's in the camera app too.
We certainly agree with you, Harish. It is really silly to get late updates on Unlocked. It used to be the opposite. You bought the Unlocked phone to get the updates fast. Now they're like, if you have an Unlocked phone, you got to wait an extra 5 to 7 days in the US.
Which is stupid.
To get an Unlocked update. If you have a locked phone, we'll just push it out to the carriers. And so T-Mobile got the update first, which makes me a little angry. When this update will launch for the other carrier models, it's always like hit or miss with Samsung. It could be, probably early this week, I would guess. Verizon will probably be second. AT&T is usually last. And then the Unlock model will probably get it around the same time as AT&T. So that's my guess. Another question from Reigning Freedom. How long did it take for the S23 and the S22 to get AI stuff from the S24? Well, it was a pretty long delay. The S23 and the S22 didn't get all of the AI features from the S24. And they didn't both get all of them. They got most of them by the time the One UI 6.1.1 came out for the foldables in July. So it did take some time for all that AI stuff to trickle down. But most of it came out in February though. So I can't defend Samsung for that. Most of it came out in February last year. You heard they're skipping 7.1 and 7.1.1. I mean, I guess that would make the most sense, but then you're going to make the people who buy the foldables pissed because they're not going to get specially optimized software for the foldables. That's usually
Or they just do what they do with the 25, where even though the older ones, it's still in beta.
Yeah.
The 25 came out with 7 already, but it might just happen.
7.1. Just take it and put it on the Fold, even though it's still the beta version, and be like,
yeah,
you guys got
it's
it.
Stable.
7.1. Go buy your Fold 7, your Flip 7. You're going to want it. Go get it. Oh, Verizon said they pushed it out yesterday. That means it'll probably come on Monday then. Usually they publish their changelog before they actually push it into the OTA channel.
Does anybody know if we get the battery stats? Anybody?
I have a mouse case right here. Mouse, not moss.
Is that what you're calling it for, moss?
Some people call it the moss case, but those people are wrong. Anyway, I like this case a lot. I have a bunch of different cases I've been using, but I like that one. It's very good. I would recommend the mouse, not moss case. It just doesn't look like mouse because it doesn't have the E at the end. It's kind of tricky.
Wouldn't it be
Yeah, I would think that will come on Monday for sure. Anyway, one other thing that I want to go back to really quickly, just because I can't help myself. There was an article. We're not gonna name who wrote it.
Come on.
Suggesting that Google is somehow holding up One UI 7 in the background. I don't think so, man. Like, I don't claim to be the god of Samsung and Google and know everything, but that seems highly unlikely to me. You can draw your own conclusions, but I highly doubt Google
because of it wasn't even just that. It was because of Gemini.
Yeah,
saying they couldn't handle the influx of.
The article claimed that basically Google doesn't have enough money or bandwidth to run Gemini on all the different Galaxy S and Fold phones that would get 7.0. And so Google purposely delayed it. You know how much money and server bandwidth Google has? I mean,
right.
I'm sorry.
Aside from that, it's still dumb because a lot of people don't use Bixby. A lot of people are using Google Assistant and Gemini now. So
I mean,
just because they make it the default, a lot of people already have that.
Yeah, the people who get One UI 7 are not just going to be spamming Gemini queries.
No.
We don't even know, is Gemini going to be the default assistant in One UI 7 stable? Because it's not on the beta.
And
it's not.
And you only get the advanced and pro stuff when you buy the S25. You don't get all that with the old. You're not getting the 6 months of that with the old phone.
You just get basic access to Gemini. So I don't know, man.
Anybody already has.
I'm very skeptical of that belief. I mean, it was just a guess or opinion that was written, but I find it very hard to believe. I
It
mean,
wasn't a
again,
default for you
on the S24, I don't think so.
on the 20. I don't know about the 24 because I set mine. The 25 it definitely was.
No, I'm talking about the S24. I'm saying
Oh yeah.
on the beta, Gemini is not even the default when you long press the button.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
because I
think
had to
so.
use. I still had mine set up with GoodLock
Yeah.
to open Google
So
Assistant.
if we don't even know if it's going to be the default on stable for the S24, S23, I assume it will be, but yeah, very strange. I don't know. Hi, Carrie. How are you, Carrie?
Hey, Carrie.
What's up, Carrie? Carrie's in the chat. Lisa got her mystery box. I'm glad you enjoyed the cherry flavored blow pop and the other goodies. Lots of people are getting their boxes. We only have about 60 labels left. We'll drop them on, unfortunately, Tuesday because Monday's a postal holiday, but we're basically done with all of them, not just wave one. All 1,765, which was the final total, will be out on Tuesday. So if you were in the last 60, I'm sorry, but someone has to be in the last 60. That's the unfortunate thing. When you ship, someone has to be in the last bit. I can't help it, but we try to make sure everyone get their box as quickly as we can. Yes, they have moved to the AB system updates. They sure have. Yes. That could also be part of the reason. Our editor at Samy Guru, Sumit, actually was just telling me this the other day. I think this is a much more reasonable hypothesis than Google somehow holding it back because of Gemini bandwidth. Sumit actually was going to write his own opinion piece about this, and I probably could still let him do that. I probably will. So we might put our own piece out there about some hypothesis about why this could be. And I think that's a very good, reasonable explanation of one reason is they have to get used to doing these AB updates. And so that could take some extra time in the background. Now you could say, well, that's a Google thing, but not really, because AB updates have been out on the Android side for years. Samsung is really late to the party with that. So that's definitely not Google's fault. You can't pin that on Google. Android's had seamless updates, AB updates too for a while. Like that's not new. So if Samsung really was carefully planning, then that wouldn't be a problem. So you got to hold them accountable. You can't blame that on Google either.
And I never delayed anybody else.
Yeah, you can't blame it on anyone else either. You got to blame it on Samsung in this case. Samsung, they made some mistakes here. I was going to talk about the Fold 7, Flip 7 stuff too, because we do have some information about Fold 7, Flip 7, and the foldables. I know not everyone likes foldables, but hey, we got to talk about a little bit of everything on the show. Yeah. And we'll talk more One UI 7 and S25, I'm sure. We have another hour or so. There's going to be 3 foldables this year, I guess. Fold 7, Flip 7, and the Flip 7 Fan Edition, or the Flip Fan Edition. Fold 7 is basically going to look like, this guy, the Fold SE, which I have right here. It's going to have the similar wider screen. It's going to have, the similar larger display. Here, I'll show the inside too. Why not? I put a nice new wallpaper on here. I got from Thematica. I really like this wallpaper. It's a purple smoothie, grape smoothie. Yeah. You can see the screen on the Fold Fan, the special edition, rather, not Fan Edition, is much larger than the Z Fold 6. And the cameras are supposed to be improved. So the foldables look like they're shaping up to be pretty good, but I do have some doubts about the software for the foldables. And I also have some doubts about foldables in general. The adoption of foldables have gotten a lot slower in the last year. The rate of people buying them has slowed down. What do you think about foldables in general, Colin? Do you think people are over foldables? Tori, you too. I hear what you guys think. Do you think people are over foldables, or are we going to see people surge back?
I think they kind of slowed down a bit. I think, with Samsung being the only major one in the U.S., now there's no OnePlus Open 2 coming.
I want to talk about that, too. OnePlus Open 2 is canceled.
Dang it.
TM Rowe is like, that's too bad. That's too bad.
The Fold's gotten better, but it's not, it's been the same for a while now. And I think people don't, the price is still up there. Yeah. They're a little bit more durable.
I think that's the big problem. Me and Tori talked about this on a past episode. The price is so expensive.
Expensive. Yeah. I mean, like when they first came out with it, they said like that the Fold was a luxury phone. and that like the starting point was going to be like $2,000 something dollars. Like, who on average has that kind of money? And I think the flip has made it more accessible for people to get back into like, you know, just the flip phones and just having phones that bend. But I mean, for a lot of people, I feel that the fold is just out of reach. And so when you look at the flip, where there's not really that much competition, you know, with others in the US to kind of
Motorola is the only one.
yeah. Motorola is the only one. Like, it's really not driving Samsung to be innovative. And I know we said this before on the show, but like they got to do better about like availability and their marketing and commercials for these phones, like, you know, to really get people to get out and buy it. So yeah, I think it's really slowed down. I don't see very many people with these phones.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fold form factor, I could see it dying eventually. I hate to say that, but the flip form factor is not going anywhere, because a lot of, especially ladies, I'm not trying to be sexist, but Samsung markets the flip to the ladies a lot. And there is a good, like, there's a good reason if you're a lady to want to flip. Me and Tori talked about this before in the past episodes too. Women don't have a lot of big pockets on their pants. So being able to fold it down into a little compact little deal, like, that could be good. Yeah. And also it goes up nicely into like a little pocket in your purse. You can flip it open, basically use it as a tripod for your selfies, whatever. And it also just looks, I mean, probably looks nice to ladies. They put it in colors that appeal to the ladies. Yeah. I don't think the flip is going anywhere. And I think that's why they're doing the Flip FE, because they're going to make a cheaper one that will get out there to even more people who don't want to pay $1,000 for the current flip. Samsung flagship store, we sell maybe 3 or 4 flips, 4 folds a year. Yeah, it's not a lot. Yeah. And I'll tell you guys, because you guys are here for the insider info, if you compare the mystery boxes from the S line versus the mystery box in July, I've considered not even doing it in July. That's how well we do in January versus July. I mean, I won't stop doing it because people still love the mystery boxes, and I want to support people who like foldables. But we basically do like 10%. Last year in July, we did like 260 boxes versus we just did 1,765. So you're talking about like 8x, you know, 7-8x basically in terms of the sales. So people are buying a heck of a lot more of the S line than they are the Fold. There's still people buying them, but not as many. And we definitely have done more flip boxes the last few years. I've seen a lot more women participating and purchasing the flip the last couple of years. The first year I did the foldable boxes, it was a bunch of guys and they all bought folds. But I've seen less people buying the folds and more people buying the flips. And last year we had a lot more flips.
Too expensive, man.
Not liking OnePlus and Google, is it like Windows to Linux? It's very much like that, yeah. I mean, it's just like there's not as many customization options. And if you like the customization, it's just not going to feel like home for you. Like One UI has so many little things that I use that if I go to Oxygen OS, I go to the Pixel Experience, they're not there. I just get frustrated. It's not that they're bad. It's just that if you have all these things, like, I mean, I'm a guy who uses I use 15 good lock modules, right? So like if I go to another phone and I don't have those things, I'm going to be pretty upset about it. And there's no other phone company that gives you all these options, whether it's in good lock or not. You still have the option on a Samsung phone. I can't run good lock modules on my Pixel and get all that stuff that I use. And there's some small things like I can just install, like a custom volume panel with Sound Assistant. That's an easy thing on a Samsung phone. I can't do that on a Pixel unless I root it and run a custom ROM or use a third-party app that I don't want to use. Good Lock is made by Samsung, so it's optimized for battery consumption and all that. Like Good Lock doesn't take any extra battery for the most part. There's some modules that's not true. Like if you use some of those crazy ones like Edge Lighting Plus, where every time you get a notification, there's popcorn on your screen. I mean, that's probably gonna F up your battery. But otherwise, if you don't get crazy, I don't do that. But if you don't get crazy, then you're not gonna drain too much battery. So, yeah, I mean, I just don't feel at home on Oxygen OS. It's not terrible. I've been using this OnePlus. I've been giving it a chance. it's been my secondary phone right now behind the S25 Ultra, but it's definitely not my favorite phone. So, look at this. Samy Guru just got recommended in the Google Now feed. Samy Guru articles in the Google Now feed right there.
Heck yeah.
Google search picking us up right there. And hey, calm down, Bixby. You calm down over there. Let's actually talk about that real quick. I did want to mention it. Samsung Messages and the Google Messages saga continues. We've been following this closely at Samy Guru, and there's a lot going on with this, but one of the things that's going on is Samsung has not only brought RCS back to Samsung Messages on the S25, they also are bringing more new features to Samsung Messages. Let me see if I can find the article. Basically, you're now going to be able to edit your messages inside Samsung Messages right here and auto delete OTPs, one-time password, two-factor authentication codes inside Samsung Messages. Right now it's in Korea only, but this could come to other regions with RCS like the US. So Samsung basically said 2 months ago they were going to kill Samsung Messages.
Yeah.
It was being sunset. Don't use Samsung Messages.
Only use Google.
Only use Google. RCS is dying in Samsung Messages. It's going away. And so then, I got my S25, and I'm like, okay, let's just try Samsung Messages. And then I open it up, and it's like, hey, you can use RCS in Samsung Messages. And I was like, what the hell? I have Verizon. They told me I can't use it anymore. So I tried it, and it works perfectly. It works fine. It works on every carrier on my unlocked unit. And so then Samsung puts out this saying they're adding new features to Samsung Messages in Korea. So I'm so confused. Samsung did issue us a statement, by the way, from their PR. They got back to me on this. Let's see if I can find the statement. I don't want to misquote their statement here. Let me pull it up over here because you guys can't see this screen. I'll read you the statement that Samsung sent us via their PR rep. I asked them about, was Samsung Messages coming back? And their PR rep said Samsung has the following to say. New Samsung mobile devices come pre-installed with Google Messages, which offers an updated and more seamless messaging experience with rich communication services. For users who wish to still use Samsung Messages, they can do so by downloading the app from the Galaxy Store. However, there may be certain limitations related to RCS with Samsung Messages depending on your carrier network. So this is the statement officially from Samsung and their PR rep. This is what they had to say about RCS in Samsung Messages. So what does that statement mean? Really nothing.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. Basically, they just said, yes, RCS does work in Samsung Messages again. Are we going to tell you why? Nope. We sure aren't. If you want an answer of why, you have to try to figure it out yourself because I don't know why. I appreciate that. Look at that, KG. I appreciate this, man. Thank you, brother. Samy Guru number 1, Samy Fans number 2, Sam Mobile number 3. The Sam Mobile people will be very upset with that, but I appreciate it from our perspective. Thank you. They're doing fine though. They're still number 1 in search, but I appreciate your support, KG. We're gonna try to keep improving ourselves, not focus too much on what others are doing, and try to just be the best we can be. But I do appreciate that support. That's a very nice thing to say. So this new feature in Samsung Messages is just very confusing, and their statement they gave us doesn't really help me understand what's going on. I have no idea. It seems like they're just saying maybe some of the carriers changed their mind. Verizon was like, just kidding. RCS is going to work still in Samsung Messages. We're just playing. It's just a joke.
No.
Because they sent all their customers a text message saying RCS is going away after January 1st. I got it. And then it didn't on the S25. Now, here's the problem, though. It doesn't work on the S24 Ultra. You're running the beta. So what does that mean? Do we have to wait for the stable One UI 7? Because in that case, you might be waiting 5 months to use RCS on your S24 Ultra in Samsung Messages. I don't know. We might have to wait for stable. It's possible. Could Samsung be putting for Google Messages because they had a deal? Yeah, Samsung did push Google Messages because of their partnership, but now they're going back on that and saying you don't have to use Google Messages. The Samsung Messages app, when you opened it, it used to tell you have to go to Samsung Messages to Google Messages. Now, when you open Samsung Messages on the S25, it doesn't say anything about Google Messages. It just says, go ahead and use Samsung Messages. It says RCS works fine. Like, there's nothing promoting Google Messages in there anymore. Will we have an app for Samy Guru? Yes, we will. We're working on that. We're working on a lot of things. I want to talk about the Samy Guru Rewards program too in a little bit. I'll wait till a little bit later. But the people who really want to hear about it will still be here towards the end. But we'll talk about Samy Guru Rewards, which is coming soon. So that'll be very exciting. Yes, I'm going to make a beast mode video. It's gotten pushed because I've been shipping mystery boxes, unfortunately. The sad reality is shipping 2,000 boxes and making content at the same time and being the managing editor of a website is very hard. And I have 2 kids who are under 5 years old. So doing all that at once is very, very hard. But yes, I will make one. I know people like the beast mode video where I go through all the like enhancements for gaming and, you know, speeding stuff up and tweaking it. I will make that video. Cool. Yeah, I will make that video. I always like making the thumbnail for that too, because I get to choose like a different animal for the beast mode. You know, I put the wallpaper, like one year I had a dinosaur for Jonathan. One year I had, you know, like a bull or something. I always like to do the wallpaper on that one. So fun. Maybe their deal fell through. Maybe Google didn't pay Samsung. Is that what you're saying? That would be some gangster stuff right there.
There would be some gangster.
They're like, you guys did the check for $1 billion didn't cash, so we're going to tell people to go back to Samsung Messages, turning RCS back on now.
Don't play with us.
They call their friends at Verizon. They're like, it's off. Don't take RCS out of Samsung Messages. The check didn't cash. They're like, that's it. No more. We're taking Google down. We're going back to Samsung right now. Yeah, no displays for Google. That's what Larry said. Yeah. You guys didn't cash the check? Guess what? Next year, this Pixel won't have a display on it.
Yeah,
because they're all made by Samsung. It's just going to look like this. And you turn it over.
Everybody's Pixel's going to be getting a green line.
It'll just have a processor on the inside. That's it. So, possibility. But anyway, this is crazy. If you like Samsung Messages, I'm happy for you. I like Samsung Messages, honestly. I really hope the delete OTP codes comes because I don't know if you know about this story.
No,
it lets you automatically delete all those codes you get for 2-factor authentication.
Oh, no, that'd be great.
So then every time you get one, as soon as you open it, it just automatically goes away.
Oh, no.
So it doesn't jumble up your inbox.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good idea?
You know,
yeah, no.
I hate really when you tap the thing to enter one of those and it's like one of those where it goes into like an individual box.
Yeah.
And it only puts in the first number and then it deletes the thing and you have to go like to your
annoying,
archives.
Everyone hates that. That makes me want to just strangle whoever caused that to happen. But I don't know who it was. So I can't strangle them, but I'm really angry. Because then I have to go back and copy it or look it up manually. And I'm like, I don't have time for this. This is 2015.
It should be seamless.
I just had ChatGPT do all my work for the day, and you can't even paste my code correctly. What the heck is going on around here? Like, this is insane.
Are we not in 2025?
Is this like 2020 again? What's going on? Do I need to go and get some masks, some N95 masks? Because come on. It's like free ChatGPT. What's going on around here? This is good news, though. Hey, we should have some good news on the show. Some of the S25 exclusive features have been tipped to come to the S24, S23, and S22.
Nice.
Whenever they finally do get One UI 7, who knows when that will be. But they're supposedly going to get the best face feature, which is a camera feature, and the log video feature, which I have been experiencing with the log video feature. It is really fun. I don't know if the older phones are going to get log, but the S24 Ultra at least is confirmed to get log video. So yeah, some small characters. Samsung Messages always use Google Jive servers. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Maybe they just forgot. Like, hey, we can still just run the RCS through Jive. So let's just turn it back on. They're like, everyone's mad about it. It doesn't cost us much extra money. The RCS on Jive isn't very good, but let's just give the people what they want, even if it sucks. Turn it back on. And they did it. They're like, let's go. And it looks like some people are happy about it. So maybe it worked. Maybe whoever's marketing over there at Samsung, maybe some people are doing their job. the marketing people are working, the software development people are not. That's the problem, you know. They're not working on the development, they're just working on the marketing. Yes, Google Messages is fine for most people. I like the layout of Samsung Messages better personally, and
I like the categories.
If Samsung Messages gets OTP delete, and if it gets reactions for RCS, which it doesn't have reactions, then I would like to have those. I mean, I'm not a teenage girl, so I don't need them, but I do use them with my wife, and you know, I use them in Slack all the time for the writers. Like when I thumbs up an article, when they say, "Hey, should we write this?" and as the editor, I just approve it with a thumbs up reaction because sometimes I'm really busy. But I mean, I don't have to have them, but it would be nice to have reactions. Samsung Messages doesn't have reactions on RCS, so you will get some features on the S24 and the S23, just not all of them. But that is good news. You might not get the now brief though. Could be user retention strategy like iMessage. Well, I think maybe they should consider pushing out updates not 6 months late if they want to retain users first.
I know.
Because I think way more people are upset about that than just Samsung Messages.
Way more.
There's a vocal minority of people. Oh, you can't yet, Caps. It's only in Korea for now. The edit message on Samsung Messages is only in Korea. It'll come here probably in the next month. Everything goes to Korea first when it comes to software for Samsung because they're in Korea. Oh, and Google Messages. In Google Messages, after you send it, you can long press on it. I think you have to do it within 15 minutes and you can edit it. Yeah, in Google Messages. Yeah. You've been able to do it for a long time in Google. When we wrote this article and when I made the video, people felt the need to comment and tell me that Google Messages could do that years ago. And I'm like, I know. Like, this is about Samsung Messages. Yes. I understand that Google Messages could do it. Hey, calm down, Bixby or Gemini.
Yeah.
We don't need your help right now. We don't need your help. Oh, TikTok is back on the Play Store. There's good news for you. You need to get your TikTok. You can go get it. It's back. Who needs TikTok? I don't really need it, but I sold an iPhone with TikTok on eBay for over $2,000.
Wait, you actually did that?
Yeah, I did.
You were joking.
No, I wasn't joking. I just bought another one because I don't care if I have TikTok. I made $700 profit. I just bought the same phone
again.
But I made $700.
Which one did you sell?
My Pro.
Damn, I should have tried that.
Yeah, it worked. I haven't got a chargeback yet, but I might because they just pushed it back to the App Store. But I'm going to say, hey, it said all sales final.
Yes.
I can't help that it's back on the Galaxy Store.
You did it on eBay, you said?
Huh? Yeah, on eBay.
Yeah, you're getting that chargeback.
On the Bay. Probably going to get a chargeback, though.
You're getting ripped off.
But when I do get a chargeback, they better ship my phone back.
Yeah.
Because then I'll just
in the same condition.
Have to do. Yeah, it better be. The Trifold's coming this year. We forgot to talk about that. Could the Trifold ignite the foldable market? I don't think so. But hey, I would love to have one because it's just really cool. But who's going to buy a Trifold? Because that's going to be $3,500. Like if you thought the Fold was expensive,
I know.
The Trifold's going to cost nearly $4,000.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm not looking forward to that.
No.
I already spent $3,000 on the special edition Fold. They're going to bankrupt me on these special phones because the Trifold probably isn't even coming to the U.S. It's probably going to be a Korean and China exclusive again for the first year.
Yeah,
and then it'll come here later.
Market. I just can't see people. I mean, actively going out to buy the Trifold. I mean, like in droves. I mean, it's a cool conversation piece. Yeah, it would be cool, but that price point will be hurtful. Holy crap!
The only thing about those phones is the screens are fragile and they're always exposed. Like when you fold it, the plastic screen is the front and the back.
Yeah, a funny story about the Fold edition. Last night, I did something I know not to do, and you guys would say I'm crazy for doing. We were out, my son didn't have his iPad. I gave him this $3,000 special edition Fold to use in the car to watch YouTube. He dropped it. He's never dropped anything I've given him. And the first time I give him this phone, he dropped it, but he didn't hurt it, thankfully. There's no damage to it, but I was a little nervous. He dropped it on the floorboard of the car in the Rivian. It's pretty far dropped too, but from his car seat, but it survived. So Fold Fan Edition is a little and so a little powerful. So, Larry said the S25 Edge is coming. You'll be able to fold that 3 times, probably. Just crinkle it up.
Yep. There you
Put
go.
it in your pocket. I'm sure Zach from Jerry Rig Everything will snap it. He'll fold it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the Edge is going to do poorly if they don't price it right. Because honestly, yeah, I mean, it needs to be less than the Plus. Because who's going to buy that if it's not? I would just buy the Plus. It's not that much thinner.
Yep.
It's not that thin. I'm glad they showed it at Unpack, because otherwise some people would have not bought the Ultra to save for that, and then they would have been really mad because it's not even close to being on par with the Ultra in any way. So the Edge is going to be disappointing for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's for sure. I want to talk about this too. I wrote this article. There's a bunch of region exclusive carrier exclusives with the S25. I want to walk through these in case people don't know some of these. So the S25 has a bunch of region and carrier exclusives. The first one, which actually made me write this article, is native video calling. So I don't know if you know, depending on the carrier you have, Samsung has a native video calling app, and you can call people who have other Samsung phones using the native app that's made by Samsung, and it's embedded into the dialer. But if you have certain carriers, it's completely replaced with Google Meet only. Like, I don't know, Tori, you can look at yours. You probably have the default one. But if you have certain carriers, you don't have the Samsung option. Like if you go in here and go to recents, just find her. Yeah, see, you only have Google Meet. See, like, look at the screenshot right there I took of my conversation with Nicole.
Yeah, me.
That's on the Metro. I have a video call Samsung app. But if you have like Verizon, T-Mobile, you only have Google Meet. And so a lot of people who don't want Google on their phone in every single capacity are upset about that. And I think it's kind of silly that you only get the Samsung video calling if you don't have specific carriers. I don't know. Do you have the Samsung video calling on yours?
No,
you don't?
No.
I've got I'm using Visible right now, so it's Verizon.
Yeah. Verizon does not have this native video calling. Good Lock, of course, this is going away. I mean, Google Lock's been region restricted forever. It's finally going away. It's going to be available everywhere. So that's another one. The drag and drop features in China, I don't know how many people know about this, but China got like a bunch of extra S25 software features that didn't come to other regions. In China, you can drag and drop almost anything between any apps you want. So like you can drag and drop a file from like Instagram to X to paste it into a post and just drag and drop it using multitasking. It works. There's a video that they showed in China, people doing this, and it looks really cool, but it's not coming to any of the other regions, which is kind of crazy. So this is another region restricted feature the S25 has. The magnetic case, you know how they released Qi 2 only with a case? It doesn't even exist in some regions. They didn't release it in India, which is one of the biggest regions in the world. And some other regions don't have the magnetic case. It's very weird because
I noticed on speaking of accessories and like that, the Samsung website, when you go on there and go to accessories, how they have the different phones at the top, not all accessories show up under, like if you click like the S25 Ultra, the wallet doesn't show up.
That's because it's out of stock.
No, but it shows up if you click S25. If any of the other ones, it shows up.
But sometimes when stuff's out of stock, they just don't show it in the search results.
That's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. They do a lot of weird stuff. The 1 terabyte 16 gig model is also region restricted. We don't have one in the US. They don't have one in India. It's only in Korea and China as well. And then satellite messaging, also carrier restricted. The S25 series has the Qualcomm satellite technology built in with the SoC, but only carriers who have partners can use it. So right now there's only 2. T-Mobile partnered with Starlink, so you can get it T-Mobile satellite messaging, and then Verizon partnered with, I forgot the name, I put it in here because I wrote this article, Skylo, and that one is only for emergencies. You can't even use it all the time. You can only use it for emergency SOS. So if you have T-Mobile, you can use Starlink, text anywhere you want, and it works fine. But for Verizon, you can only use it if you're in an emergency situation to contact like 911. But
Right now, anybody
T-Mobile
can sign up for T-Mobile.
Huh?
Right now, anybody can sign up for the T-Mobile beta, even if you
Can
don't
they
have
really?
T-Mobile. Mm-hmm.
You can't?
Yep.
Really?
Any carrier. I
How
think
do you
any
get it?
carrier.
But how would you use it if you don't have T-Mobile?
I don't know. I just signed up the other day. They said it might take a month or two because they're doing it, like wave by wave. But everybody gets it for free in the beta until I think June, and then.
But if it's not a T-Mobile number, how would they let you use the satellite messaging?
It might be. It
I don't
must be
understand how
separate
that
then.
works. That's weird though. Well, we have to try.
Or they just give your number like access to that or something, or they push it as like a second, like eSIM.
Well, Colin, I didn't know this. Well, you'll have to remind me of this in Samy Guru Slack. I'll have the guys write it up, and I'll update this article too.
Let me see.
No, did you see what you wrote? Yeah. We're not getting into that on the stream, though. We'll discuss that over in Slack.
And then he also says something about the
John Christopher, sorry. Hi, how's it going? How are you? Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, welcome.
Welcome in. We're talking a little bit about S25 carrier exclusives, region restrictions right now. Larry's going to wait till July for Starlink. Yeah, I might as well wait till stable. I'm going to test it because, that's what I do for a living. But, not cases, mint screen protector. You put your screen protector on, you miss the bare Samsung screen. I can't use screen protectors, I like to go bare back, you know what I mean? 100%. On the phone.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And the bare front. I like bare back and bare front. Both. Just keep it going that way. What's the difference of what, Reigning Freedom? What were you asking? Reigning Freedom? What the difference in what? Starlink and Skylo? Satellite messaging or what? Right now on Verizon, you can't use it everywhere. You can only use it for emergency services. That's the difference between those. Let's set light messages. Light messages? What does that mean? Let's set light messages. What is that? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Do you know what he's trying to say, Colin? I'm not sure.
Autocorrect again?
Uh-oh. Autocorrect is out here getting you today.
I know.
It's invading your personal space. Oh, one other thing that we wanted to mention too. We wrote an article which got picked up by a bunch of people. Satellite messages. Yeah. Satellite messages. Colin's saying you can sign up for the Starlink beta if you have a carrier.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, so we can try this. I didn't know you could get it through a secondary eSIM.
So you can buy it after the beta for $20 a month too if you just want to have the satellite.
Okay, I didn't know they would let you in the beta if you were on another carrier. That's great. I'll update my article. I wasn't aware of that. When I looked at this press release, I didn't even see that. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't there then. But
it started with their Super Bowl ad, I think.
We will write another article on that too, but I will update my article. Let me actually tell Obnav right now. I don't know if he's watching the he's responding what I put there. I don't know if he's up right now.
I'm pretty sure it rolled out for everybody else when they did their Super Bowl ad.
Yeah, so I'll write something about that. Then I didn't know you could get it on AT&T Verizon. But anyway, the Verizon one isn't really very good, the Skylo version, because it is built into the phone if you put a Verizon SIM into the S25, but it's only for SOS, so it's not that useful. If you could get the Starlink beta and you want to try satellite messaging, you should try the Starlink beta. I'm going to try to sign up for it on my Verizon, my unlocked S25 Ultra with Verizon later. See if I can get in. Might take a while now.
It makes sense though that would be just like a second eSIM because theirs isn't like it uses satellites, yes, but it works just like it's connecting to a cell tower. It doesn't, it's not like that's separate.
The only problem is then you wouldn't be texting people though from your regular number though. You'd have to use a different number, right?
Unless they do something with their that one thing they have where it can forward from your number.
Like if you're in an SOS situation, I don't care if I'm texting emergency services from my number. Yeah. But like if I'm just using it like I'm hiking and I want to text my wife and I'm like, I'll be back in 2 hours. Like I don't want to text her from a different number. She's like, who the hell is this? Yeah. But
what have you done with Jeff?
What have you done with she'll be like, did someone murder my husband on the trail? And then like, where's that guy? Is he dead? So I don't want to do that. But I mean, if it's emergency services, I guess I don't care. But that's cool though. I'll try signing up. It might take a while. I do have it on my T-Mobile, my Z Fold 6. I've been why would you need it? Well, the scenarios I just said, one, if you're in an emergency situation, and two, like if you're in the middle of nowhere and you can't get service through traditional, means, the satellite will get service anywhere. Like if you're hiking the Alps, even if you're not like in distress, you want to text somebody, like you're not going to get regular service there. That would be a possible reason. Proof of life selfie. Yeah. She might be asking for that if I text her from a different number.
Yeah.
Although my wife's gotten pretty used to it because I got so many phones.
Yeah.
If I text them a number and it sounds like my, the way I write, she'll just be like, oh, that must be Jeff. She just assumes and goes with it. Anyone could trick her if they had a number because she's like, oh, it's probably just another review. It's probably another review sim. He has it in a different phone. Must be him. I could be like, I'm going to pick the kids up after 3. It could be any random person sending that to her. And she'd be like, oh, yeah, it's Jeff. He's going to pick the kids up at 3 from school. It could be a random guy.
Could be.
But it's not. It's always me. She knows that it's me.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to tell you guys, if you have an S25, because of the new 15 volt 3 amp charging, still 45 watt, you can now get Quick Charge 2.0 even with the cable that's in the box. You don't have to buy a special 5 amp cable to get Quick Charge 2.0 because you used to have to buy a special cable to do that. We wrote an article on this. I tested it. It works fine. So that's another upgrade. People didn't give Samsung credit for this massive upgrade. You no longer need to buy a new cable to get the fastest charging. You just use the one they gave you. Now, did they give you a charger in the box? Of course not. We're not going to get crazy now. We're not going to get carried away. Like we can't be putting chargers in the box. This is 2025.
Yeah, no.
I will say OnePlus does put the charger in the box still. Like
you gotta appreciate that.
They gotta appreciate that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's hard to see the display outside, but at least I can charge my phone fast. For use indoors because I can't see it outside, but I can see it.
And then
indoors,
Jeff, quick question, Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had some people also too, like on X, asked about like just like the battery life. Like, how do you feel about the battery life? And Colin, you hop in on there too.
What do you think, Colin? How's your battery life been so far?
Pretty good.
It's not as good as the OnePlus 13, but I expect.
No, I think like a heavy use day, so you got to top it off. Around 5 o'clock if you're going to be using it for a few
if you're going
hours.
crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go crazy on the OnePlus 13, and I could probably get through the whole day without charging it for sure.
Yeah.
The OnePlus 13 though does have the new battery tech that we expect to see in the S26 Ultra next year. So, hats off to them for doing that. But yeah, I mean, it also. The display on the S25 Ultra, though, like I said earlier, is so much better than the OnePlus 13 that I'm okay with having to charge my S25 Ultra during the day. I usually charge it before I head home from the office.
No, I haven't tried the regular 25 yet, like daily, because I haven't switched my SIM to it yet.
Plus? Which one did you buy?
Regular, non-plus.
Yep.
Cheapo-based model.
But don't people have stuff that's satellite phones? Yeah, I mean, I think the point is though, like
it would all be built into your phone.
You probably don't want to have to buy a separate satellite phone because why would you want to do that? Like, that costs extra money. People are cheap. You just bought a $1,300, $1,500 phone. Like, I don't have to buy a satellite phone too. That's expensive. I don't have a satellite phone personally, so it's good for me if I want to go hiking. Like the one time out of every 5 years that I decide to go hiking, I could use it. So, now I don't have to worry about that. In 2 more years when I go hiking again, I'm set. Yes, the phone works much better with a variety of chargers, I think, and cables. I think it's because of the new 15 volt 3 amp spec on the charging. It also charges slightly faster, not a lot, than the S24 Ultra. It's about 10 minutes maybe faster.
Yeah, I think a full charge from not completely dead, but as dead as you have it at night, 10-15%. It's about 55 minutes, I think.
Yeah. People always ask me how long does it charge from zero? I don't drain my phone to zero ever.
Yeah, I know. Who's doing that?
And I know some people do only battery tests, but like I make software videos. I do a lot of different stuff. I can't drain it to zero and then just let it charge during the day. It's too hard. I have too much other stuff to do. Yeah. KG, absolutely. The S Pen is basically gone. You can sign our petition, but it's basically gone, man. You know, you might as well pay your respects to the S Pen, but you should sign our petition because it's 8,322 people have signed it. So you should go check it out. But it's basically gone. You know, it's gone.
I don't know if that link did that link post right. It posted like 2.
No, because I didn't shorten it. Probably because I did it from Google. Let me just go to Bitly and I'll shorten it. Hold on. Let me just go over here.
Oh no, it works. It works.
What is up with links these days? You know,
the link works.
Right?
I don't know why I just posted the rest of the link in a second comment for some reason.
What's up with links in this world? You know, every type of link has to be. You know, there's the real link, the original link. Sign the petition. We're at 8,322. I'm gonna have Samit write one more article on it. Maybe we can get to 10,000. But I think they're definitely gonna kill. They're gonna kill it because I don't know if you
talk
guys
about the fact that the tech, everything is still inside the pin minus the capacitor and the chips. The board is still the same. The spot for the capacitor is still there.
Yeah, I saw the teardown from Jerry Rig everything.
I saw the. Did you see the X-ray?
Yeah, I saw it
from iFixit.
Yeah. We saw Zach's video. I saw Zach's video. But here's the thing: we had another story come out where they're saying the Z Fold 7 may drop S Pen support, just like the special edition. So this is how they get you.
Yeah.
First, there's no battery. I mean, there's no Bluetooth in the S25 Ultra. Then the Z Fold 7 doesn't support the S Pen at all. Then on the S26 Ultra, they say, everybody hated the S Pen on the S25 Ultra. No one ever used it, and all they did was complain about it. So we removed it. Problem solved.
No.
You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. Everyone said it was bad, so we took it out.
But guess what? The phone's the same price.
Yeah. They're gonna be like, but guess what? We added.
Instead of doing price increases, we're doing
main camera sensor from last year. The same main camera sensor from last year. The same zoom camera from last year. We upgraded the ultra wide again. We didn't change the selfie camera at all. Same battery size and everything else. We took the S Pen out, and now it's the same price. Congratulations.
They'll be like, here's the new phone. There's no S Pen. That's the only change it has. And then they're just gonna have like, instead of having a pin here, they're gonna have the hole here still, but just have a cap over it.
Yeah. They'll say the phone is now 3 ounces lighter, or no, 0.3 of an ounce lighter, which was the weight of the S Pen. We took it out.
Yeah.
It's the S26 Ultra Slim.
It's ultra light and it's ultra premium. Anyway, I hope they don't do that though.
Then legit. I have a question.
Go ahead. Sure.
When I first started getting into Samsung, I thought like, okay, innovation. And then like I think the second Samsung phone I got was the Note, and I just loved it. And you know, so far, even when I had the S22 Ultra, loved it. And we talked about this on the show that Samsung is all about innovation. Well, if they're going back on the S Pen, and if we're not seeing,
where's the innovation?
Yeah, and we're not seeing the flips and the folds selling like they want,
it's all going away.
Then like where does Samsung go after this? Like,
what do we want? Innovation. When do we want it? Now.
Like come on.
I mean, I have to agree. If they stop making the foldables and they don't bring out like a rollable or anything crazy, and then they ditch the S Pen
at a good price that people can afford, not $2,000, $3,000.
I mean, they're basically then trending in the direction of Apple, which we've talked about many times on the show. Like, because if you get rid of the foldables and you get rid of the S Pen, like what makes Samsung anymore?
Yeah.
Like the only difference then
they get updates out on time.
They can't update on time. Like what makes Samsung?
What is going on?
The only thing that makes Samsung right now is the S Pen, the foldables. You know, the fact that they have a lot of customization, and that they did really well with updates for several years, and now they're going back on that. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of distinguishing things, which is very frustrating. We do
What did
need a
we
bigger
have
battery.
one
pack
year?
for charging.
Did we have the Note 20, and that was the last year of that. And then it went to, because we had the Note 20 and the S20 at the same time, right?
Yeah.
And then the S21 Ultra was the first one with the S Pen, but it was the big one you had to have the
Yeah.
case for.
I think they did that because they did a paradigm shift. That was the first year they made an Ultra. The S20 Ultra was the first Ultra.
Did that one have a pen, or was that the?
No, it did not.
21.
No, the 21.
20, and then 22 was back
But the
inside.
21 did not have a built-in pen. The 21 had the S Pen Pro support. The 22 Ultra had the pen, the first year of the pen in there.
Well, the 21 had a regular pen. The non-pro pen too was just that one on the case.
Yeah. But it wasn't built into the phone.
Yeah, it wasn't built in.
Because
No.
we still had a Note. But I do agree with this. I would love to see them go back to the Note and the S line. I think that would solve a lot of their problems. But it would also be very strange. Like 10 years later, we come full circle and they're like, introducing the Galaxy S30 and the Galaxy Note 30 Ultra.
And the crowd goes wild.
And then they'll be like, whoa, mind blown.
I know.
Yeah. If in 5 years they're like, here's the S30 Ultra, and then like 5 months later they come out and say, hey, foldables were kind of crappy, so here's the Note 30 Ultra. Everyone's gonna go crazy, and they're like, oh my god, our
I think
minds
they
are
should bring it
blown.
back, but they'd have to do something more than just like what the Ultra is now to
Yeah.
bring back the
Yeah.
line.
We need like a Note that is a rollable, maybe. Maybe they should try rollable with the Note for the first time.
Yeah.
If they could get the S Pen to work with a rollable screen. That's gonna be hard, but hey, I like rollables. I think
you could roll it
rollables
up in a tube. It could be like a little tube-shaped phone, and you could just have the pin go in like in the bottom, just in between
that would
the
be very
roll.
cool. Yeah,
There you go.
I'd be all in for that for sure. I'm signing up. Where do I sign up for that? Sign up for that tomorrow. It'll probably cost $15,000. Oh, let's talk about One UI 8 wish list, because me and Sumit made this list together. You guys can chime in on some things you would like, but this might be fun to talk about. People in the chat, you can tell us what you would like to see. I mean, One UI 7 could never release, so One UI 8 might be the next version that we get.
Right.
So on the S24, so why not? Let's talk about that. The first one was the lock screen depth effect. We never got that on the phones, the Samsung phones. We got the erase, whatever it was, erase the background or whatever, always on display. But we never got the depth effect like the iPhone has. I kind of like the depth effect. It definitely gives you another customization option. You can already do it somewhat using, do it in Good Lock, somewhat using Wonderland, but you can't do it, in the stock settings. That's one thing I would like to see. What do you think about the depth effect? Do you like the depth effect, Colin?
I don't really. I mean, one way.
Or do you think that's maybe for like is that for the ladies? I don't know. I'm not sure. People like it. I think people like the depth effect. I like the depth effect. I think it's a winner. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's just not one of those things that, if it wasn't there, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh.
This is the number one right here that was on my list. A built-in app lock. We need real app lock in it on Samsung. We don't. Secure folder is not the same as app lock. I think we need it. What do you think? Do you use app lock at all, Colin?
No.
Tori, are you out here locking down apps from Sammy? You're like, these are some apps you can't get into.
Nope.
No? I put Tori on the spot because Sammy's probably watching that right there. I'm like, sorry, Nicole, these apps are locked. Access denied.
You ain't getting in there.
This is my extra Instagram right here.
Can't
get in there. Yeah, this is my Finstagram.
Yeah.
It's fenced off over here. Sorry, no access. No, but I think people like to have app lock for real. Samsung's concept for flexible displays. Yes, I saw them at CES when I went like 8 years ago. Those are pretty cool. Power button to turn off the flashlight. That would be really cool.
Yeah, that would.
That's what I was over here. That's what I was over here doing when I saw that. I just set that up in Routines Plus. But the stupid thing about Routines Plus is you can't toggle it. It's either on or off.
Exactly. Yeah. Me and Sumit were talking about this as well. Obviously, you can do it. Obviously, you can do this using some of the Good Lock stuff as well. A lot of these you can do in Good.
I've got
Yeah,
my
ours
volume. If I do double press and volume up real quick, it turns on extra brightness, and then double press on down turns it off.
Did Samsung have AirDrop? Samsung does have an AirDrop feature. It's called Quick Share. It's just as good as AirDrop if you use all Samsung or Windows stuff. I use
Oh, I
Quick
didn't
Share
know
every
that.
day. Yeah. But
Yeah,
I mean, you have to
yeah.
use Windows and Samsung stuff. But
Have you tried the AirDrop compatibility thing on the OnePlus 13?
no, does it work?
It actually, I don't know. I never tried it, but it actually has like
Oh,
AirDrop compatibility
well, I'll
built
try
into
it. If it works, I'll try it. I mean, I have a MacBook. That's what I'm using right now. I do use my Galaxy Book 5 Pro 360, but since I dropped it, I can't bear to look at the hinge anymore. I'm like, get it out of my face. It's so ugly. No, I'm going to, you know what I'm going to do? Well, actually, I can't put that on video. I don't want anyone to know about that. I'm going to
You dropped
purchase
it.
Samsung. I'm going to purchase some Samsung Care Plus on it and then accidentally drop it in 2 months.
Yeah, right.
Is there a back tab thing on here? Is that a?
Again? Yeah, back tab is on there. Registar.
Is that what it's
What
under?
else? Yeah, Registar. More good lock features into One UI standard. I would love to see that for sure. I'd like to see some of the good lock built into the operating system. Home Up just got built into the operating system a little more, so maybe they could do that with other stuff. Reverse motion video recording. It might sound like a wild fantasy. We want One UI to introduce a reverse motion video recording. Some people are working on this in China. They have some of this in some couple of phones. It would be a pretty cool feature. I'm not saying it's a number one, but and then fully customizable quick panel, because Samsung showed us how crazy. Very useful, and you can. Some of these people want to join the podcast.
Yeah, I think so.
They're here for the podcast tonight in downtown Phoenix. They heard there was a podcast going on outside our window here. They're ready to show up. It would be nice if you could, change the quick panel fully, like you can with Home Up. You can now, move your icons and like tilt them and do all kinds of crazy stuff. I don't know if you've seen this, Tori.
No,
I'll show you really quick. Inside Home Up now, you can like change anything you want with your lock screen. It's called Do-It-Yourself Lock Screen. Show it to you. Home screen, do it yourself. Check it out.
Oh, wow. No, that's cool.
Do it yourself. Look at that, Colin. I did it myself.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, the one where it looks like the Play Store threw up on your home screen.
Exactly. So, if we could completely customize our quick settings and make it look like the Play Store threw up on my quick settings, that would be even better, because then everything would just look equally messy on my phone. Right now, I can't run this because it looks messy on the home screen, but the quick settings look so organized. People are like, Jeff, what are you, schizophrenic or something? Like, everything doesn't look matching. So, Bixby text call replaced with Google call screen. I know some people are going to be mad about this. They're going to be like, Jeff, why do you want more Google stuff on our Samsung phone? I just think Google call screen is better at like answering people's questions when they call you. That's just my personal opinion. I'd like the option. They don't have to get rid of Bixby text call. I just want the option. And then custom fingerprint animations and custom charging animations. Like, look at this.
Oh, no,
I like that
Look at
about
these
the
ones
OnePlus, yeah.
On the OnePlus. This is a screenshot of my OnePlus 13. I would love to have custom fingerprint animations. I love the Spark one. Like, look at this. Yeah, look at this.
Like
watch when I open it. You ready? Watch.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Do you see
that's
that?
cool. Yeah.
Like, that's
The
pretty sweet.
haptics change too, I think, when you change those.
Like, we need that.
Yep.
You know what we
Yeah,
got to
but
do? There's a few more here. Custom charging animations, internet speed in the status bar, sort app drawer by usage, and sort app drawer by color. A couple of Chinese phones have both of those options. Like, you can sort the app drawer by the icon color. Xiaomi has that option. I kind of like it. So these are our One UI 8 wish list. I'm curious, what other features people want to see? Like, we only got 30 people, but I mean, anybody got anything?
I fixed my issue here. I got it to toggle. I had to turn off my Gemini for the hold though.
See, part of my plan was we'll just keep talking till everyone leaves. Then I don't have to give any away prizes for the trivia. There's no one left. No one will be left, and then we'll be for trivia because no one will be in the chat. That saves me all the prizes. No,
How did you? I don't have two Sims. I guess that's why I can't see that.
See what?
The Sim thing in the middle there on the quick settings.
Oh yeah, you have to have multiple Sims.
One thing I don't know what it was. I think it was the
This is
certain
actually
variant of the
Samit's phone. He's got 3 SIMs because
The
in India
US
you
doesn't.
can have
Well,
2
that's
dual SIM physical SIMs and 1 eSIM. He's got 3 SIMs.
Oh,
This
wow.
guy's crazy
I
over
didn't
here.
know that.
you can't do that in the US though. Not the 3 SIMs,
No,
but
you
you
no,
can't
you
even select them on
no,
the
you
US
can't.
models, which is
Samit said
that's
he's
one
gonna
thing.
ball over here on us.
Yeah.
He said I'm gonna stunt on these people over here. I'll show you how we
That's
do it
one
in
thing.
India.
Because I had my Fold and I was going on a trip and I still had T-Mobile and I had Visible, and Visible has the unlimited hotspot. But
Yeah.
you have to have that SIM set for the data. But I didn't have my regular phone number on there at the time because I still had T-Mobile, and you can't choose like calls and messages through one and data through the other
Yeah.
on the US
You
models. I
cannot.
don't know why.
But in other countries
Dumb.
you can. And also, someone earlier was saying, when Samsung going to all eSIM? I hope never, because I hate not having a physical SIM, particularly
You know,
if you travel. Like, you want to have a physical SIM. Like, it's stupid not to have physical SIMs.
Mm.
No one
I
likes that.
haven't used a physical SIM since the iPhone went to eSIM only.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Just because I mean, like I don't have like you can only set it up once. So if I switch to my iPhone,
Yeah,
that burns that
Once you
SIM.
go
So
eSIM, you never go back. That's what they say. If you
and
only
I
have
mean,
one
Visible,
SIM, that is.
T-Mobile, T-Mobile sucks because T-Mobile you have to go through support to change it to switch your IMEI. But
Oh, really?
Visible, you open up the app on the phone you want to use, you hit download eSIM, downloads it on that phone.
What
Done.
are the prizes rating for him says? Not Buds 3 Pro this time. I'll say that. I've given away so much stuff with the mystery boxes. I'm all budgeted out for massive prizes. We still do the monthly giveaways too. So just on the mystery boxes, I've spent like $35,000 worth of items and shipping. So the prize budget, it's going to be like a case or some other accessories, maybe a $25 Google Play card. I have some more $25 Play cards and Amazon cards and some $10 ones. So maybe some gift cards and some cases, not just blow pop. That's too small. It'll be bigger than a blow pop and less than a Buds 3 Pro. But I'm not saying for future podcasts we might not have Buds 3 Pro. It's just I've spent like over $30K in mystery box prizes and shipping in the last 2 weeks. So I gotta rein in the prize budget a little. We still have the monthly flagship giveaway too. So if you guys you follow the channel, we give away a phone every month, a flagship device of your choice, and a watch and buds in a separate giveaway. We have 3 giveaways that run every month. So if you want to win phone, buds, watch, we have all those, and they're always on X. I really got to post them better on like other places. I usually only post them on X just because I'm so busy, but I'll try to remember to post them on YouTube as well. So, yeah. Well, don't feel bad. We'll give away some bigger prizes. It's just I've spent a lot of prize budget on the mystery boxes. Plus, we just finished the giveaway for January. I gave away an S25 Ultra already, and the mystery boxes I gave away, I think 5 Buds 3 Pros, and I gave away 3 Watch Ultras because I gave away 3 gold tickets and 5 silver tickets. So 5 Buds 3 Pros and 3 Watch Ultras in the mystery boxes too. In addition to all the other stuff that we put in the boxes, cases, and all that.
Yep.
Mr. Yaz, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Yaz?
How's it going? Are you happy about the Raiders offseason moves? Their new coach there and everything. I would imagine that you would be, but are you a Raiders fan? You have a Raiders icon, so I just thought about that. So I don't know. I was going to talk quickly about the rewards program. We got 30 people in here, so we can try to wind it down. But let me talk about this, and then we'll get into the trivia. Well, Mr. Ass says, is the S25 Ultra worth it? I mean, I think so. All 3 of us have one, so I think it's worth it. I think it depends on what you use, though. Like, if you use the Bluetooth S Pen on your S24 Ultra, then no, it's not.
It's not. But for everything else, yes, it's fine.
I think mostly otherwise, though, it's a pretty nice upgrade. If you like to go caseless, if you like to go raw dog, as they say in the industry, that's a cell phone term.
I think that's the wrong industry.
It's the wrong industry. Wait, that's the wrong industry. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But if you like to use your phone without a case, it does feel much better in the hand. It's definitely a nicer, everyday use sort of deal. There's no doubt about that.
Good
so
as a daily driver.
I enjoy it. The battery life is good. The camera could still use some work, but I mean, it's the same main sensor. So what did you expect to happen? Like, I think if you buy it, you should use Expert RAW for all your photos because they improved the processing in Expert RAW. I don't know. Oh, well, if she had an A21, then she's going to think it's the greatest upgrade in the history of the world. She's going to be like, this is the most mind-blowing thing I've ever seen. There, like I was talking about between like an S23 or S24 Ultra, it's a decent upgrade from an S23 or S22. It's an okay upgrade from an S24, but it's not amazing. But from an A21, it's going to be like mind-blowingly good. I promise. She's not going to be disappointed for sure. She's going to love it. So I want to talk about Samy Guru Rewards. There's not a lot of people left. Maybe some of the regular people are in there. But you guys may have seen this on the posts. We've got a new little banner here. It redirects to the Mystery Box program right now, the Samy Guru Rewards program. We're going to be launching this in the next few weeks. And it's going to be an extension of the Mystery Boxes. There's going to be a couple of key things. I'm curious, other people who read, the website, what you think we could add value. But basically, you'll be able to sign up for the rewards program. It will get you some extra perks on the mystery boxes. So you'll get, if you're a rewards member, even the free tier, there's going to be a free rewards tier, 100% free. You'll get something upgraded in your mystery box. So I don't know what it will be yet. Maybe a case upgrade, but something. So all you have to do is join rewards and you'll get an upgrade in the mystery box program. But you'll also be able to get rewards throughout the year. Anytime you buy a Samsung device, whether it's a phone, a TV, anything, you'll be able to get a reward from Samy Guru. And there'll be a structure based on, what you buy, what kind of reward you can get. It's still going to have the same model that the mystery boxes have. Namely, you use our affiliate link and we give you something back. We share some of the affiliate revenue with you. That's the idea. And then in addition to that, you're going to get some other stuff. I've partnered with a bunch of app developers on the Play Store to get rewards members access for free to premium apps. So premium wallpaper collections, premium icon packs, premium widgets, a bunch of different premium customization stuff. And as soon as you join the free rewards tier, you'll get a certain number of those perks for free. And there will be a paid tier. I don't know how much it's going to be. I haven't even figured out what would be a good value. That's why I'm curious what people think. Larry was saying he was going to give some suggestions, but I don't know if he left or if Larry's here. Maybe he was just saying other people could offer suggestions. It would not be a lot. It'd be like $3 to $5 a month. You would get some extra paid apps and some things like that. Everybody will also get, and this is going to be the big selling point, no matter what phone you have, if you join the paid rewards tier, even for 1 month, you will get a free case for your phone, as long as it's a Samsung phone. I'm not sending out iPhone cases or Pixel cases or any of that, because that would be too expensive for me to acquire all those different cases. But if you have a Samsung phone, you'll get a free case as soon as you join. So essentially, if you join for $3 or $5, you already get a free case. So you already got more value than you paid to join. That's the idea. There'll probably be some kind of free courses that we're going to offer for the rewards members. So Sumit and I are working on a good lock course that's very detailed for every good lock module that goes in detail on every feature, how to use it, how to set it, how to use it for advanced purposes. That's going to be the first course that'll be free, but there'll be a lot of other courses as well in Samy Guru Rewards.
Good luck for idiots.
Yeah. I have a lot of other...
Good luck for dummies.
What's that? Good luck for dummies. Yeah, but I don't
yeah.
want to say that because I don't want to call the people who join Samy Guru Rewards dummies, because then no one will want to join the rewards program. I have a lot of other good ideas. This is going to launch tentatively on March 1st. It's a huge thing because I have to build the dashboard into the website. And I'm not a web developer by trade. I'm a mathematician and YouTuber now by trade. So I do a lot of this work on my own in the back end, trying to figure it out because I have programming experience, but I'm not a web developer. So I'm working on building the rewards dashboard and the whole structure. and it should be great. I think it's gonna be good. You'll also be able to share the rewards program. If you're not in the US, you can share the rewards program with other people who are in the US. And if someone signs up from your link, you'll be able to get some rewards yourself. Not physical rewards, because I can't ship to Europe or India, but you'll be able to redeem it for a digital reward, like free premium apps or like a Google Play gift card in your local currency, or like an Amazon gift card in your local currency, to give people a reason to participate if you're not in the United States. Because my most frequent complaint is people want to do the mystery boxes and get in on the rewards, but they're not in the US. So I'm trying to give people a chance to share this and kind of get a reward, even if you're not, US. So I think it could be really fun. This is the new logo on the banner that I made. I think it looks pretty good. It's simple. And there'll be a new rewards tab up here. The mystery box will be brought into the rewards program as well. It'll be under the rewards tab going forward. So I'm really looking forward to this. I think it should be really fun. A lot of people have asked me too, do I plan to put ads like Google ads on the website like every other blog has? The answer right now is no. Will I say forever? I can't say that, because if some reason the mystery boxes stop doing well, people stop participating and we can't make money doing that, then I have no choice. Otherwise, I have to fire all of our writers and shut down the site. We'd have to run Google ads and banners and stuff, but I don't have any plans right now to do that. Some people said, are you going to make us pay to remove the ads? Is that going to be part of Samy Guru Rewards? The answer is no. I know there's other sites who have memberships so you can pay to remove the ads. That's not part of the plan right now. Everyone will get ad-free experience still for now. I thought about that, but I don't want to make it so that you have to pay to get rid of the ads. I would rather the ads not be there and use that as a reason for people to read the website and join the rewards program. Hopefully you enjoy the ad-free experience and you want to join the rewards program. So there'll also be some discounts for Inspira, our case brand. Inspira is getting S25 cases next week. I spent time on the phone with the supplier this week, and I yelled at them. I didn't yell at them. I was very nice. I was like, please put them in there. People are angry at me, and I'm going to cry if you don't. And they said, okay, we'll do it. They got tired of me crying, so they said they'll put they'll let us start printing S25 cases. So if you got a coupon or a gift card in your mystery box, people are like, oh, no, did you put a coupon in there? We'll never be able to use it. No. You'll be able to use it. Like, I promise you'll be able to use the coupon. So just sign up for the newsletter on Inspira if you want to use your coupon from the mystery box, and I'll email everyone when I load them. I'll load them this week. As soon as they're available for us to print our designs on, they'll be in there. So let's do some trivia then. I don't know. Let's cap it off with some trivia. I got to come up with some trivia questions. Colin, do you have any trivia questions? I got one. I got a trivia question, okay? I got one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the question in the chat, and then I'll read it. I don't know. Should we do it that way? How should we do it?
Yeah, no, I think that'll work.
Should we put it in the chat, and then I read it? Because the way we're going to have to do it is whoever responds in the chat first on my side, because remember, the chat is different for everybody. Whoever responds first on our side will be the one who wins, right?
Yep.
So I'm going to put the question in the chat, then I'll read it. Whoever responds correctly first will win. I'm going to put the question in the chat. Hold on.
Put it under Q&A in the chat, and then it'll only show up. It won't show up with the rest of the comments. It'll be under that section. They can answer it in there.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's
Put it
Q&A.
where?
Q&A. You can start a Q&A.
Where's Q? How do I start it? Let me see.
Are you on? Do you have your YouTube dashboard open?
Oh, no, I don't.
Oh. Or, I mean, I can.
Well, you want me to send you the question?
Yeah.
Okay, here. I'll send you the question in Slack.
Okay.
There's the question. Colin's going to put the question in the Q&A, I guess. East Lacerotech's in the house. Brett's in the house.
Hey, what's up?
We're about to do the Q&A here. So if you guys want to win some prizes, 5 prizes. I promise the prizes are at least worth $25, $30. I'm not going to give you something that's absolutely worthless. It'll be a decent case or an accessory or like a gift card to Google Play or Amazon, or like a $10 Google Play card plus a case or something. I'm not going to give you garbage, I promise.
Okay,
I
it's up
don't
there.
promise like the biggest ever. You put it in there?
Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to read the question. So the first person in the chat to answer it wins. What's the name of Verizon's network partner for satellite SOS messaging on the S25 series? Uh-oh. Someone got it. It's Larry. Larry with a win. Larry's in the house.
Okay, the Q&A thing didn't work.
Larry's the only one who answered. Starlink was the T-Mobile one. Someone else tried to answer, but Starlink was the T-Mobile one. Verizon's is Skylo. That's their partner that they're working with on SOS only. Yep. Starlink is T-Mobile's partner. So Larry, you win. Email me your email. So whoever wins, email me. I'll put my email in the chat, and we can highlight it. If you win a prize, email me here. I'll send it out this week when I send out the ticket prizes for the mystery boxes. So email me, Larry, and just say you won from the trivia, and I'll get you something. I'll get you something that's not something you already have because you already participated in the mystery box. So don't worry. I'll get you something different. Can you guys think of a question? You guys think of a question real quick. Sorry, or Colin.
Let me scroll through here and find something from the stream, so people that hadn't even paid attention to.
From where?
From the stream.
Oh well, the one I gave was from the stream.
I
mean, from the comments.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I see.
Sure, that's fair. There's my email, Larry. You know my email though. Jeff@SamyGuru.com. If you win a prize, you can email me. We're gonna let different people win though, because we only got 30 people. I mean, technically, 15% of the people in here can win a prize now, and 3 people left. So now 20% of people can win a prize. I'm okay with it. Colin's gonna look up a question. While Colin does that, I got to get myself a cookie because it's important. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have a Cheez-It. You want some Cheez-It, Story?
Oh, I'm good. Thanks.
Okay. Well, Larry, you can stay. I just want to give.
I got one.
People a chance to win.
It was shown in stream. All right, it's gonna be Jeff's name, but we're talking about me. And I'm talking about the regular one, not the Ultra.
Where's the question? You gotta read it.
What color is my S25?
Oh, we're talking about Colin's though, not mine.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's gonna pop up your name because I put it on the thing, but.
Well, we should maybe put that.
Huh?
Some people answered from my name though. Colin's S25.
Gary got it.
Not there. You go. Someone got it. Jeffy got it on our side right here with the Broncos avatar, black titanium.
No. I said S25. I said regular, not Ultra.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I didn't listen. He did say S25, not S25 Ultra. Okay, I'm sorry. Who got it then? Lisa? Carrie.
No, Carrie.
No.
Carrie is first on here.
Carrie. No, wait. Who?
Yeah.
What
Carrie.
color is the S25? I don't even know. What color is it?
Blue.
Oh.
Yes, okay.
Well, show it up so everyone knows we're not lying. Okay, it's blue.
Yeah.
So who won? Lisa, right? Or no, Carrie. Carrie won. She was first. Right. All right. I'm sorry. This is so complicated.
I know.
That's why I said it was going to come from your name.
All right, Carrie.
Jeff, what about that one?
Oh, well, that's a tough one. Tori wants to torture you guys, but sure. You guys should know this. I know it. Here, Colin, I'm going to text it to you.
Okay.
This is a history question. Samsung history. This is a fun one. You can use Google, of course. I mean, everyone's going to anyway, but let's do it.
The Q&A thing's kind of pointless on the chat thing because I think you have to be under a separate section to see it or comment back there.
Oh, okay. I'll put it in the chat then.
Yeah, just put it in the chat here because
here we go.
Nobody answered it
here's
last time.
In the chat. This one's going to be a history question. So you might have to look it up if you don't know. It's going in the chat now. In what year did Samsung launch the Galaxy S line of phones? Uh-oh. Tori, you asked the question. Did he get it right? Tori, how did you ask the question and you don't even know if you got it right? Come on, Tori.
You said you knew. No, wasn't it that you?
I haven't
No, I
seen
think
the.
Was it 2009?
It depends on what you consider, though. I think
I
the
asked-
correct answer. The question is, what answer are we going to go with here? I think we had to go with 2010, right?
Yeah.
Because the
that's what
original
Jim-
Galaxy S, huh?
That's what Jim and I said.
What? I think it's 2010. That's when the first S line phone released, right? The original Galaxy S came out in
Yeah.
June 2010.
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. It looks like I'm gonna go. I'm okay with the year because I said year, so it's got to be Ace Lucetto right here. I think he was first. 2010. He got in there first. I know that it shows different on different parts of the chat. I have to go off mine because
Wait.
what?
It says that.
What?
It says June 29th of June 2009, Samsung Galaxy. Was that the phone or was that?
No, I said the Galaxy S line.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That was one. Yeah.
The first
June
Galaxy
4th,
S
June
was in
4th.
2010.
Yep, June 4th. What was the?
Yeah, the first Galaxy S
before
was in
that?
June of 2010. Okay, Ace Lucetto is the winner for the third one. So again, email me and just say you won trivia question 3. I'll send you something. I may ask you guys what phone you have because I have some really good cases for certain phones. So if you have a phone, I definitely will have like I might have, if you have like a S25, S24, S23, I might have a premium case I never opened. I could send you. It might be a better price. Just depends on what I have. But I'll definitely send you at least them.
Yeah.
Galaxy
Okay,
S2.
Colin, you get to choose one now. Or did you choose one? You already did one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do another one now. I'll do another one. Hold on. Let's see. I'm trying to think. What did we talk about? Trying to think. Oh, here we go. I got one. This is an easy one. Okay, I'm gonna see. Okay, this one's about to go in the chat right now. Which One UI 7 feature does Samsung claim may not make it to older S-line phones due to the lack of a powerful NPU in the processors? Very specific feature that Sally said may not come to older phones because they don't have powerful NPUs. Which feature is that?
Navistar.
Not Navistar. Larry's trying to help people out. He already won, but someone could copy Larry. Got to be the whole name, though. I haven't seen the whole name from anyone yet, except Larry. Someone should look at Larry and just like, ah.
Wait, somebody said S21. What?
Uh-oh. Okay, Debbie got it. Debbie got it. There you go, Debbie. Your winner. Debbie is our fourth distinct winner here.
Mm-hmm.
The Now Brief, Sally said, the head of One UI, said may not come to older S phones because they do not have powerful enough NPUs, which seems like a bunch of absolute garbage to us, but that's what Sally said. So, hey, that's what she said. Okay, here, Debbie, email me again, jeff@samyguru.com. Just putting it in there. People don't know my email. Say that you won Trivia question 4 tonight, and I'll get you prize. I'll probably ask people about their phone model and stuff, like I said. So there you go. Sally got it. All right. All right. So last one, Colin, you pick one more. You ready?
Yeah.
Colin's got one more. He's ready to go. He's dropping it in.
Let me make sure I got it right.
Okay. Going in the chat now. Name one new feature of Home Up in One UI 7. You only have to name one. Colin's making it really easy. It can be any feature. Any feature in Home Up that's new for the new One UI 7 update. What is click clack?
That's what I was wondering too. Okay, I think
Johnny
got
Hello got it. Animation tuning.
Now I guess should we make hold on before we call him the winner. Voodoo, what is click clack? Because maybe he's onto something we don't know.
What is click clack? Is that a feature we've never heard of? Maybe it's the craziest Home Up feature and we don't even know about it.
What is water
I need
fountain?
to make, maybe I need to fire up a video on that now.
Your keyboard?
Oh, he's saying click clack on your keyboard because you were typing.
Oh.
I think, yeah. Okay, so I guess Johnny won that trivia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is water
Okay,
fountain?
very cool. So if you guys email me, the 5 people, you can email me and say you won trivia 5. What will definitely happen is if you're in the US, I'll probably mail you a physical thing. But if you're in another country, I'll probably send you a gift card because just, shipping and customs will cost hundreds of dollars to send a $30 case to you. But if you're in the US, I'll mail you a case or some other accessory, depending on what phone you have. If you're in another country, I'll send you a digital gift, a gift card, Play Store, Amazon, something. If you don't have the Play Store or Amazon, then we figure something out. But everywhere usually has one of those things I can send you. Some of those type of credits.
I don't have a Play Store here.
No Play Store here. Can't send me a Play Store gift card. Anyway, I had a lot of fun tonight. We didn't get quite as many people as we did last week, but maybe we'll try a slightly different time or something. It's also a Valentine's Day weekend, People are probably hanging out with their sweethearts, and they'll probably come home later and fire up the replay so they can rage out about missing out on One UI 7 and listen to all the anger and vitriol that we spewed here in the first hour about it. As well, they should. People should be angry.
People should be angry.
But you don't want to be angry on Valentine's Day. You want to chill. So, very good, Carrie. You were a winner, though, and that's what's important.
Yes.
It's good to be a winner. So, all right, guys. I will see you guys then next week. Of course, there'll be some videos coming starting tomorrow, all week. Voodoo, next week, we will try to announce the time earlier. Colin made this stream 24 hours at a time. We're going to figure out that schedule. Hopefully this will get bigger as we go on too. More people will come in.
Well, here, while we have people here, what night works better for you guys? Friday night, Saturday night, late night, early?
Yeah, what do you guys prefer, Saturday night or Friday night? That's a good question. We all want to know.
Because Saturday night usually
Fridays.
Saturday night usually later works better for me. And then Friday kind of like earlier is okay.
I like Saturday. Night because it's easier for me to get over here once the kids are asleep, and me and Tori then don't have to like run from what we're doing on Friday from work. We can kind of chill in here. Like I got my drink,
Everybody's saying
I got my Cheez-Its. I'm doing my thing. Saturday, people like Saturday. All right. So stay tuned. Hopefully we'll get a lot more people once we start getting Samy Guru rewards going. I might even do some exclusive streams for the Samy Guru rewards members too. Like an extra stream every month or something where we do give away specific prizes that probably would be more higher value prizes. We'll see how that goes. I have some ideas. So if you have Samy Guru reward suggestions, forward them to us, and we'll think about
I
them.
wonder if you can. I wonder if you can integrate. How are you? Oh, I don't know. We can talk about this later too, but integrate it with YouTube members. So there's a
Yeah.
membership tier on YouTube that also gets you into Samy Guru Rewards. That way you can do members only streams, and it's all.
The only problem
Already
is YouTube doesn't
together.
let you like have a free tier. I don't think.
Well, if you did like exclusive streams, that might be like a paid, deal.
Yeah. But then they have to buy it through YouTube. You can't give people memberships.
Yeah.
Like if they buy through me, if they buy through the site, which is ideally what I want, because YouTube takes a big cut. You know that problem. We can think about it. But yeah, we'll think about it. If people have ideas, let me know. We're gonna make it the best though, just like the mystery boxes. I promise. It's gonna be the greatest in the world. It just might take some time because I try to do a million things at once, and sometimes it takes longer to roll stuff out. But we'll make it happen. All right, I'll see everybody next week. Thanks for the stream.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
See you, everybody.
See ya.
All right, and we are.